What up, YouTube? This is JT, and I work with a couple of guys who are extreme UFC fans, man. You know, big UFC fans, and as on slow nights at work, they put on UFC fights, man, and and I find myself watching them, sometimes, and so I've been watching a bit of UFC, just trying to get familiar with the sport, trying to see what all the hoopla is about. And one thing I noticed, man, for sure, you know, we were watching Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz's brother. We were watching, well, we watched a bunch of fights, but particularly we was watching, I remember this. We were watching Nick Diaz. And I mean, this Nick Diaz, like, his fights, like, yeah. So, because what the UFC have is like a UFC pass. You sign up, it costs, I think, $10 a month. But when you sign up for this UFC pass, you get access to all the fights. Not pay-per-views, but, highlights and all the old pay-per-views, like, before when the UFC just started, et cetera, et cetera. So we're watching Nick Diaz highlights because, we were, you know, trying to, he was trying to familiarize me with, Nate Diaz and the Diaz brothers and all this other type of shit. And I was watching all these fights, and Nick Diaz was beating the fuck out of, all these guys. And, the reaction that these guys were having were like unbelievable, man. They were so excited. And a lot of these guys he was fighting, more than half of them were bums, man. Let's just be real, man. Guys with losing records, guys with, I don't know much about UFC, but I know when a motherfucker can fight and can't. And, some of the guys couldn't even stand in proper fighting position, couldn't even put their hands up correctly. It was just like a joke. But what did the fans do who were watching? They never complained. They never shit on a fight. They never said that, this guy's a bum, or this guy has a IV fluid, or none of that gay ass bullshit, man. None of that fuck shit, man. Just bringing up a bunch of rumors and a bunch of fucking stupidity, man. None of that, man. They're just happy to watch fights, man. To see the knockouts, Now, we know that UFC, most of the demographic that watches UFC, let's be honest, are white rednecks. You know what I mean? People who are bloodthirsty, who, most likely, Trump supporters, shit like that. But that's not the point. Even the black fighters, we will watch, John Jones, we will watch all types of fighters, man. Black, white, it didn't matter. They was just happy to satisfy their bloodthirst, their lust for knockouts, lust for action. They didn't really complain. I didn't get the same vibe like you get watching boxing, where, we know that a bunch of guys, they just root for guys based on race, but that's how boxing is promoted, and that's how, they capitalize on people, man. You got guys that are, convicted crackheads. They shit on every black fighter. They make up all this bullshit, man. They, all this narrative, dude. And that's why boxing is in the shitter, man. It's because of the fans. It's because people just can't call shit down the middle and be happy to see fights. I admit, I've been guilty of it. Most boxing fans are like that. I try not to be, but some shit is just, like, and you know, and guys who fail to, you know, just call it down the middle. I mean, let's be honest. Manny Pacquiao and Jesse Vargas is not a good fucking fight. Gennady Golovkin and Kell Brook is not on paper a good fight. Gennady Golovkin and Dominic Wade is not a good fight. Okay? It's not. You know? I still watched it. I still supported it. But that's the truth. You know? You know? Even fights that I talk shit about, I still support. I would never come out here and say boycott this fighter or do this, do that. You know, but just look at the comment section, man. You know, just look at the comment section, go on these forums, look at this stupidity that these people write, man. Boycott this, you know, shitting on the best fucking fighter we have, Floyd Mayweather. You know, shitting on him, calling him all types of shit, making up all types of rumors. You got writers writing fake lying stories about IV story that don't even make sense. I made a video on it to try to explain to you fucking retards that there's no way that 25 ounces of fluid is gonna flush flush drugs out of your system. That's not scientifically possible. Okay? Maybe if it's a fucking child or something, maybe, but even still, that's not likely. You know, but for a grown man to flush steroids out of his system for taking 25 ounces of saline, that's not logically possible. Okay? But you got convicted crackheads, you got racists in Taiwan, you got racists living in vans, making all these shit videos, all these lies nonstop. You got girly men, Maxwell Bear, constant lies. Constant lies, constant rumors, constant drama. That's why the sport is going down, man. That's why, dude. It's just constantly, man. Like, you know, you guys gotta support the fucking fights, man. And stop trying to pick sides and stop trying to, you know, shit on the best fucking fighters we have. You know? Because right now, honestly, the UFC is kicking boxing's ass right now, man. And it's because of these fucking clowns out here constantly. Videos, arrow spins, nipples. Like, that shit is... You don't see that in UFC. That's the point of this video. You don't see that fuck shit in UFC, man. You don't see writers making up lies and rumors and all this other bullshit, man. Shitting on the fighter. Yes, there might be a story about a fighter, but they're not going out of their way to shit on a fighter to take away from the fight. You know what I'm saying? They're not going out of the way saying, oh, this guy is a hype job. He's fighting a bum, you know, or he has domestic problems, so you shouldn't support this fight. You know, you should support this fighter. He fights for the people. Like, that shit is dumb, man. And childish as fuck. And stupid as fuck. You know? But that's primarily what's wrong with boxing. Is boxing fans are terrible, man. UFC fans are great. It's just what it is, man. You know? Back then in YTBC, you'll never see a fucking boxing channel making videos about UFC, man. Now boxing channel making videos about UFC. And it's because you don't get all that fuck homo shit, people in love with fucking men on UFC fucking fights, man. You know? Yes, there are Conor McGregor fans, but I don't really see them on some fuck shit like boxing fans, man. Like Golovkin fans, like Pacquiao fans, you know? You know, you don't see it, man. I mean, you motherfuckers are over the top, dude. You know? You got a guy making videos critiquing every black channel, shitting on every black fighter. You know, it's the same narrative, man. Over and over and over again, man. You know? And that's what's killing the sport, man. You know? Because it's not just those guys, man. Go look at the comment section. It's constant stupidity. Floyd Mayweather cherry-picked his opponents. Floyd Mayweather, the best fighter we have, best fighter of this era, Guy who broke all the records, got all the money, yet you have stupidity coming out like that. Floyd Mayweather cherry picks his opponents. Floyd Mayweather, but nobody in boxing right now has a better resume right now than Floyd Mayweather. None. Not one person. Not one person, man. And if anyone tells you otherwise, that's a motherfucking lie, man. That's a lie. The dude beat everybody, undefeated, didn't take a L, didn't get dropped, barely got stunned, probably got stunned once or twice in his whole fucking career, man. You know? And instead of uplifting and celebrating that, you got people literally preying on the dude downfall to the fact that they're making up lies, making up rumors, making up all types of bullshit nonstop. You know? So I don't know, man. Boxing just needs to get it together, man. Stop with that fuck shit, man. Cause the shit is lame as fuck. It's old. Just call the shit down the middle, man. Stop being fucking going girly for, you know. Last week, Errol Spence does 6 million views. I go to Sean Newton's video, what do I see? Same fucking motherfuckers. Iron Fist Golovkin. Talking stupidity. Talking homo shit. You got D. Fisher Golovkin saying, hey, oh, Errol Spence only got 6 million because of the Olympics. He would never do that on his own. You got Maxwell Bear. Oh, these guys are low IQ. Low IQ. Okay. Pull up. I want all three of those guys I named right now. What degrees do you have? What education do you have? What is your career? How much money do you have in the bank to be sitting there calling someone a low IQ? You know, because I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you the truth right now. Your paperwork not looking like mine. Your bank account not looking like mine. Period. It is what it is, man. But you're sitting there constantly shitting on fighters non-stop. Hating. Racist. Clowns. Stop with that fuck shit, man. It's the young boy JT. I'm out.